a very strong earthquake has struck Nepal on a Friday evening, which resulted in the highest casualty rate after the deadly one in 2015. The area is a fairly remote place in the center of the country in a province called Karnali, which even without the earthquakes usually suffers from problems in logistical connections, lots of landslides, and the earthquake has just made it worse. As a matter of fact, there were quite a few landslides which cut off the roads. 4,000 homes were completely destroyed, which also means that more than 1.3 million people have been stranded outside, and the winter is coming. These are highlands, and the temperatures go very low during the night.
So those who have been left homeless, are they able to seek shelter relatively quickly?
Well, majority of those more than half of those 1.2 or 3 million affected people have spent the first nights outside, and the government of Nepal, with the support of all the development partners, UN agencies and NGOs, have immediately started with the response. The items which were provided into the area were mostly shelter items, and also WFP provided some necessary food ready to eat in order to take care of the immediate needs. And we have basically shipped in about 8 metric tons of food, which is enough for 10,000 people for the period of 3 days. And we continue doing so. And of course, the relief effort is continuing with more items being pushed and transported into the affected region.
Is it challenging getting this aid to those affected right now?
As I said before, this is a fairly remote place. Roads in Nepal are not the best, and the earthquake has affected some of these roads as well. However, the communications or the connections are open, so we basically are able to shift the relief items into the area.
Have there been many aftershocks felt in the area, and are people still nervous about these?
Definitely. I can also tell you that we are about 200 to 300 kilometers away here in Kathmandu, and we feel it even here. So there were about 380 aftershocks in 4 or 5 days since the main earthquake struck. The strongest one was 2 days ago, and it measured approximately 5.5 on the Richter scale.
Is the death toll expected to rise?
To the best of our information, and luckily the death toll is not supposed to rise, because all the assessment missions have finalized their work, and all search and rescue efforts have already come to an end. So we hope and we believe that the figure of 153 dead and in excess of 300 injured is the final figure now.
And as you mentioned before, this is not the first time that Nepal has had to deal with such deadly earthquakes.
Indeed, Nepal is probably one of the highest vulnerable countries in terms of earthquake or any other natural disaster, so to speak. And earthquakes here are more or less daily occurrence, unfortunately. However, as strong as they were, this is, as you mentioned before, the deadliest one after the 2015 earthquake, which killed approximately 9,000 people.
Well, Robert Kasca, we really do appreciate your time. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us, and we wish you all the best in your work there.
Thank you, Yvonne, and thank you for the invitation.